political session. Also remain standing for the national and academic anthems and the mentally control of. Thank you.
Yes, I am. So which side? Oh, which do? Not really. Contrasting beautiful now.
Chief Executive Officer, I constitute this gathering a congregation of Stadio. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Good morning. Please allow me the opportunity to welcome all parties present. Mr. Chris Forster, our CEO of Stadio, thank you for being here. It's an honor to have you here. I'd like to welcome Dr. Jacobs, our head of campus in Namibia and our gracious host. Prof. Alicia Peters, as our keynote speaker, very warm welcome. We look forward to your address. Our Deputy Registrar, Mr. Rina Fulgian, and Head of Academics, Ms. Bridget Nyaga, lovely having you here. To our academic team on the stage, thank you for being here. We appreciate your commitment to our students. To Mariette, Laura, and the Namibian team, thank you for all your hard work to make this a memorable day for our students. To our graduates, family, and friends, a very warm welcome to you. I'm sure you are very happy that this day is finally here. It is not easy to always support and also make sacrifice, but I can assure you that your support has been priceless to our graduates. Thank you, and thank you for being here today to share in this joyous occasion. This is indeed a day to be proud and celebrate. To our VIPs, our graduates, a very warm welcome to you. This is your moment. We are all here to celebrate you, so you can smile and be happy. You made it. What you have achieved is a very big accomplishment, and you can be proud. What makes it an even bigger accomplishment is that you did it via distance learning. And even more remarkable is that our students are normally full-time employed. They are husbands, wives, parents. So that makes this really special. And we are extremely proud of you. Congratulations. In Stadio, we believe in a new vision in higher education. We have 3 pillars that underpins everything that we do. Number 1 is widening access, meaning we want to give more people the opportunity to enter higher education by keeping our qualifications affordable and ensuring pathways to enter, even if your secondary schooling did not go as planned. Secondly, world of work, meaning that we partner with industry, ensuring we align to the needs so that we can produce graduates who are sought after in the world of work. And then thirdly, student-centeredness. At the end of the day, we are here for our students to put them in the best position possible to be successful at their studies. So as you can hear, it's exciting being part of Stadio, and there are many benefits and opportunities for our students. Please allow me the opportunity to focus on just 2 of the areas. So Stadio is able, which is law, leasing, management, commerce. We have the School of Information Technology, School of Architecture, School of Education, and even a School of Fashion and Design. Coming soon is the School of Engineering, and from semester 2, the School of Humanities, as we will offer the Bachelor of Arts degree. In the Stadio group, we also have AFDA, a prestigious film school, and Wilpark, which is well known in the banking industry. At graduation, but also your share certificate, making you a co-owner of Stadio. So with saying that, all our postgraduates, please raise your hand. We want to see where you are. You're normally sitting at the back. Yes, I'm sure there's more than, there we go. A very warm welcome to you as co-owners of Stadio. We feel that this is our commitment to really partner with our students and to help create an investment portfolio and hopefully the start of creating generational wealth. I hope you find this as exciting as I do, and for all our undergraduates, I look forward to welcoming you back in the not so distant future as co-owners as well. But for now, let's get back to today and today's celebrations.
It's okay.
I hope you feel welcome. It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy your moment. I know you are nervous about walking across the stage, but you will do great. Welcome and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Klitzer, for that welcome. It is now my privilege to introduce the keynote speaker for this morning. Prof. Anisha Peters is a highly accomplished academic, researcher, technical expert and leader in the field of research and development, innovation, science and technology in Namibia. She currently serves as the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation and Development at the University of Namibia, and prior to that, she served as Executive Dean of the Faculty of Computing and Informatics at the Namibian University of Science and Technology. Prof. Peters was born in Driehof and grew up in Kommersdal in Windhoek. After completing a national diploma in business computing, cum laude, and a BTech in information technology, cum laude, from NUST, Prof. Peters left for the United States. She graduated with her doctor's and master's degrees in human-computer interaction from Iowa State University with 100% average for both degrees. Her PhD work received a Research Merit Award as one of the top 10% in the university, whose research made a significant contribution to the body of knowledge. And this research was also featured in some of the outlets, news outlets such as the New York Times. Prof. Peters has 32 years of academic, industry and managerial experiences and served as visiting professor in various fields. Throughout her career, Prof. Peters has received numerous awards and accolades for contributions to academia, industry, and her leadership in the field of science and technology. She is widely regarded as a visionary leader who is committed to fostering innovation and promoting research, innovation, science, and the development of technology to drive economic growth and development in Namibia and beyond. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Prof. Peters. Thank you.
Dear Director of Ceremonies, Executive Management of Stadio, distinguished guests, esteemed academic staff members, proud parents, family members, sponsors, friends and supporters, members of the media, and who did I leave out? This group over here, the graduates. Good morning. Ooh, the vibe is not good. Good morning. Okay, sounds like a celebration now. It's with great honor and excitement that I stand before you today to celebrate your remarkable achievements as graduates. Congratulations to each and every one of you with this significant milestone in your lives. Having gone through several graduations as a student, a lecturer and a professor, a dean, a deputy vice chancellor, a mother of graduates, and now also as CEO and graduation keynote speaker, I understand the pride and accomplishment that you must be feeling right now. Do you have butterflies in your stomach? And you're not quite sure whether you should walk down the aisle to come on stage, or even you coming in. There is something magnificent about it. Because you sit there and you think, you reflect back on all of the hard work that you've put in. The children, having a spouse, on work, and what about the family, etc. Those are the sacrifices that I want you to look at now. That long road and then sit down and pause for a moment, and appreciate God for giving you that strength. Appreciate everybody along your journey. Appreciate your family, your supporters, those along the way who wished you well, your classmates, your lecturers. And I want you to give them a hearty round of applause for supporting you. So now that we've paused and reflected on this moment and this milestone, now begins the next chapter once you step out of this room of your life's journey. Outside these doors, a whole world of opportunities lie in wait. Some of you will though exit those doors with either your existing job, a new job, or maybe you have a prospect of applying for another job, you want to start a business or a consultancy. Some of you might have nothing waiting for you out there. Because this is also the reality in Namibia today. It doesn't have so much worth if you are contributing to the pool of unemployment persons. And some of you might feel that you've tried your best and you've got that piece of paper. You have the debt, but now you are merely a statistic in the unemployed graduate figures. I will share some of my reflections on what opportunities lie in wait, but I first want to quickly tell you something about myself. And I'm actually deviating from the speech that my team had prepared for me from the NCRST, because I thought that I wanted to share with you, something special from my history, and then I will continue. Now, you heard all of the things that she said, but one of the things is that the first 8 years of my life, we lived in Rehoboth, Block B, Anisand, in a corrugated iron house. So it's called the Simples. And we had dusty roads, we still have dusty roads there. And I often hardly had shoes to wear. That's why I know when I'm getting in a situation where I don't have shoes and there are a lot of thorns in the road, I have to drag my feet through the sand to avoid getting the thorns into my feet. So, I went to grade 1 at Origo, and at that time I endured a lot of teasing because I didn't know how to write my name. I never held a pencil. But I could knit, I could crochet, I could make coffee, I could wash nappies, and I looked after my baby brothers. Because that is what I was taught at home. I wasn't taught to read or write before I went to school. My family then moved to Kommersdal in Windhoek when I was 9, and I went to MH Creative Primary School, and after that I went to Concordia College from 1985 to 1990. I was there with the famous Frankie Fredericks. He was my senior though. And if you could remember those years with Concordia College, it was the first racially integrated school. And here I appreciated, I learned and was taught to appreciate all people, regardless of ethnicity, language, and socioeconomic status, and always strive for excellence. And that, the school's motto, would become my motto also later in life. Fast forward, and after I completed grade 12, I left for Germany at the brink of independence and returned home, but then I still moved between Europe and Namibia until I finally settled down in Namibia, partially because I fell back in love with my country. And also because I had meanwhile met the love of my life. He's been my husband now for 27 years. And after we got married and had our first baby girl, and at that time I had associate diplomas and certificates. Some earned abroad, some earned locally, but I did not have a formal degree. And I wanted my children to one day study and attain PhDs, and I thought, my goodness, I don't even have a degree. Then I enrolled for a national diploma in business computing at the then Polytechnic. Third education, those who are in IT would know. So I was coming with that, and yet I was always on the waiting list until I finally got a space. So, do not give up. That's the lesson for me on that one. And then I did that, and to be able for me to actually study, because I didn't have a scholarship or bursary scheme or anybody to come and support me, I had to clear all of my debts. And debts, I mean like these clothing accounts at Foschini and the Truers and which ones, the Edgars and so on. I had to clear all of that, and I had to start buying from PEP and from JET and so on. But this was to enable us for me to go to school. I worked at Stadio having a hot plate of food, and I still had to read a story for my daughter because she would wake up in the middle of the night and say, "Mommy, story, story." I had classes sometimes during lunchtimes. I had to go to Polytechnic during lunchtimes. And assignments and project times during Saturdays and Sundays, the labs were open for us. And at one stage, my husband got tired of this, because you can imagine the toll. And as you're sitting there, thinking back on your journey, I'm sure you can relate to this. And my father said to him at one stage, "You know what? She's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for your family. So, keep on supporting her, and you'll see once she comes out, you will have a better life." And then, of course, let's move on to after baby number 2, and I took some job cuts to get into my area that I wanted to be in. I became a lecturer. I've done then the BTEC, and I started with the Masters. And midway through, I received a Fulbright International Science and Technology Award to go and study for a PhD degree at Iowa State. I added a Master's to that as well. I took my 2 daughters and my husband with. My husband had to sacrifice and leave his job, and we were all going away. And later on, from there, I then also lived in California, where I worked in Silicon Valley there, and then I did a postdoc at Iowa State University. And by the way, once you're done with this degree, you discover, oh, there's another degree. You finish the PhD, and nobody told you still have to do a postdoc. You get a postdoc, then they tell you, no, you have to publish X in America. And then we returned to Namibia in 2015, and then of course you know the history from there. Director of Ceremonies, why am I telling this? When I was working in Silicon Valley, I had a super amazing time with a very competitive salary. A company apartment for me and my family, with spas and 24-hour gyms that was all available to me. I even had a car, that the zip cars, where I can just go and unlock with a code, and I can travel anywhere, company paid. You know, I had company shuttles ferrying me. Laundry was done at the job site. Time off during the week to pursue innovation projects, what you call white space time. Tech companies make available time for that. I had company paid flights for my children and my husband, a part-time job at the company for my 16-year-old daughter, demarcated time, work time limited 9 to 5, and then I could work virtually from home at any time that I so wish. The only thing on your mind when you're working there is how much does a massage cost and how good is it, right? Those are the only things that you consider then. But every time that I learned about, that I listened to news, on these internet channels, I would hear about Namibia can't even get its basic systems right. And there I was, being considered as one of the brightest minds, right, in computer science, and yet my country doesn't even have people who could train others to build those systems. So then what I did was I returned home, because this is where part of my heart was at home. I I wanted to contribute here. Now, at that time I was also headhunted by Google, IBM, SAP, Amazon, eBay, etc. They still do. But home was where I wanted to contribute. Now, leaving my country made me appreciate my roots, my identity, my sense of belonging. And for many of you, if you were to travel for a longer period of time abroad, you start missing home, specifically that reconnection. And sometimes, yes, your family is poor, the children barely have decent clothes, one or two cousins and aunts and uncles, they have very strange behaviors, but truly, this country, with its sunny skies and its wealth of opportunities that it's offering for us, we might be looking at all of the news these days that's telling us about corruption, that's telling us about unemployment, that's telling us this, that's telling us that. Look beyond that. Look at the opportunities. Look at this country through the eyes of an investor who says, look at all of these opportunities that we can all grab. So, now I want to speak to you about some of those opportunities. Our country has led the world in expenditure on education, being number one. We're the country who spends most of our money on education. And we performed also above the sub-Saharan regional average on human capital and research. R&D expenditure in Namibia has been steadily increasing, with the higher education sector being the largest contributor, followed by the business sector. As a country, Namibia has made significant strides in especially innovation, as evidenced by our improved Global Innovation Index, ranking Namibia 96 in 2022 compared to position number 100 in 2021, and ranking 6 out of the 25 economies from sub-Saharan Africa that are being ranked. Now, considering this, and considering when we conducted the Fourth Industrial Revolution Country Readiness Assessment, we found indeed that Namibia is doing extremely well in innovation. Though we need to strengthen the systems, which is what NCRSD also has to do, but we're doing very well in innovation, meaning that we have the talent, you sitting right there. You have answers and solutions. I've seen it whenever I traveled with students abroad. People would ask me, are all Namibians like this? They are so bright, they're so innovative, etc. Then, I ask you this question. Why this high unemployment rate? What is wrong in the country that we have it like that? Why did we have, despite all of these investments in education, have such a high failure rate as the 2023 AS and NS accessible candidates? So for this, we of course need to conduct a countrywide research into those factors, because I haven't seen a comprehensive study yet outlining to us which sectors are the problem, where is the gap and the mismatch. I have also not seen yet a study on solutions. And those solutions have to come from people like you, sitting out there having graduated now. So, today we are graduating management, law, and policing. Is that correct? People are very quiet. It's not like you're not sure whether you're graduating still or not. But here are opportunities, because Namibia needs you and your new qualification and your new knowledge. You, for instance, have to now deepen the knowledge that you've gotten here as a foundation. And you can enroll in other degrees, you can also enroll for these free online courses you can read, etc. But the onus is on you to now further acquire the knowledge to go into new and emerging fields. For instance, the National Green Hydrogen Program and the developing oil and gas industry need you. We need a lot of regulations. If you read the newspapers or know something about these sectors, especially green hydrogen, we have an issue at the moment with regulations. And this is quite urgent. We need to establish new businesses and innovations to sort of support the green hydrogen and the new oil and gas